Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to MotorMaster Monday. We are live for round 34 of the 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. It is also the second playoff race in the round of 8. We are green here for Stage 2. At Phoenix International Raceway, we are being led by Josh Colm-Diaz in the number 7 Chevy Camaro. He just won Stage 1. Aaron Garcia runs it in second. He finished second in Stage 1. Landon Jenkins finished third in Stage 1. There you see him running third still. Connor Brown scored in fifth, finished fourth in Stage 1. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. won the race earlier tonight at Las Vegas. He finished fifth in Stage 1, but he does not need to worry about points. He is locked in to the Final Four next week at Homestead. I am NASCAR founder and CEO Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter, the 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion, Alex Tesdahl. He's out there driving the number 22 Ford Mustang. Came this close earlier tonight to winning at Las Vegas. Was in second on the last lap, but about 5 or 6 cars all had a tire problem, blew a tire, and he ended up finishing in 6th instead. Right now, Alex, you're running in the top 10. What's the race been like from your perspective so far?
Relatively calm. It doesn't take too long for people to get spread out and everyone settles into their rhythm. I think my car personally has like, I don't know, 5th to 8th place speed if I can clear the traffic.
And it looks like you're in a good battle there with about 4 or 5 other cars, so we'll let you get back to it. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Having a great battle there with Dustin Hardy, Ethan Hoekstra, Sean Lucas in the 51, and some of these drivers are round of 8 playoff drivers. Alex was eliminated in the round of 12, and it's the first time in 3 years he's missed the round of 8 here for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series playoffs, so it's a bit of a different feeling for him, I'm sure, at this point in the season. He's doing a great job, nearly won at Las Vegas earlier tonight, and everyone is chasing Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. Josh is one of our round of 8 playoff contenders. Phoenix is his favorite racetrack, folks. Phoenix and Gateway, he always seems to talk about those. And every time we come to Phoenix, he is always one of the top 3 drivers on the racetrack. He's come so close to winning races here at Phoenix before. He's got a Platinum Cup Series win here, and he's looking to steal the show here tonight and lock himself into the Final Four at Homestead next Monday and not need to worry about Martinsville, the last round of 8 playoff race, which is before Homestead. Next Monday, Landon Jenkins runs in 3rd in the 10, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 4th in the 61 car. Coming off that win I was mentioning there earlier tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, it was his very first career NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. He now holds a win in MotorMaster and Trucks and the Legend Series. If he can find a way to park in a victory lane just once here in the Platinum Cup Series this year, he will become the 17th different Triple Crown winner in NASCAR history, holding a win in NASCAR's top 3 divisions for stock car online racing on a console. And now we have 3 wide a moment ago. We still do. Trey Hollywood, Ethan Hoekstra, Sean Lucas. This is a battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th with Alex Tesdahl in the 22 just in front of them, running in 7th. Dustin Hardy in the 44 running in 6th. Dustin Hardy in the 44 was eliminated in the round of 16. Alex Tesdahl eliminated in the round of 12. Trey Hollywood in the 92. Sean Lucas in the 51 are both round of 8 playoff drivers. And the 68 of Ethan Hoekstra missed the playoffs by about 29 or 32 points. It was very, very close for him. And just behind these drivers, running at 11th, is Emily Seri in the red and white number 54 Toyota Supra. She is coming off her strongest finish of her career, finishing 4th earlier tonight at Las Vegas. We have a big crash on the back straightaway, 4 cars in total. And this is going to draw a caution for the very first time in this race. Dustin Hardy, it started with him and the 51 of Sean Lucas. They both went around and hit the inside wall a ton. A lot of front-end damage to both of those drivers. And then shortly after, it looked like Ethan Hoekstra lost control trying to get away from the crash. He missed the initial crash completely, but then he got into the side of Emily Seri, and Emily went into the inside wall as well. 4 cars in total were involved in this one. Make that 5, actually, as Timmy Brown in the 19 showing some front-end damage as well. Under caution at Phoenix. Alex, has happened right around you. Did you see it, or were you just in front of it?
Me and the 44 had some contact, and we got up on the inside wall, and I don't know. He just moved back to the inside after that.
Green flag back in the air. We are in stage 2 here at Phoenix. These drivers go pretty far on a fuel and tire run, so we think that they're green for the rest of this stage. We definitely are now that we've seen a caution. It's the final stage that we might see some active green flag pit stops if we go green the entire final stage. Josh Colm-Diaz leads in the 7. Aaron Garcia in the 9 car on the outside. He's trying to take the lead back. He led laps earlier in stage 1. And getting word from in-race reporter Alex Tesdall, we have a caution for the second time in this race. Back-to-back cautions here, which we haven't seen in many, many weeks here in NASCAR competition. And this caution is for the 68 of Ethan Hoekstra, and I believe the 16 of Aiden Cody as well. Well, these drivers get a little bit of a breather. We're going to quickly throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall. Alex, these couple of cautions back-to-back have burned some laps up for us. How many laps to go in stage 2 now?
I'll let you know when it takes the green flag if it doesn't show me right now.
No problem, no problem. No surprise to see Aaron Garcia leading this race here. He's got 11 wins this year. He came into the playoffs as the #1 seed and ultimately the favorite to win the championship this year.
2 to go on the stage. Oh, wow. Okay.
I knew it was eating the laps, just didn't know it was that much. This is insane. We have a 2-lap shootout to the finish of stage 2. The top 5 get those stage points. And 7 of the top 10 drivers right now in the running order are all round of 8 playoff drivers. And they're 3 and 4 wide going down the back straightaway. Emily Sari just bounced off the inside walls. She had help, though. And so far, we're still green. A couple of cars with damage deep in the field. Emily Sari, Timmy Brown, and Rush Downing have some damage they're going to need to repair at the end of stage 2. But for now, they're coming towards the green and white checkered flag, and it's Josh Colm-Diaz with the lead in the 7. He's going to do it back-to-back stage wins for the driver of the 7. That is exactly what he needed here in this race. He is not necessarily locked into the Final 4 at Homestead, though he does have good points here in the round of 8. Aaron Garcia is going to hold on for 2nd. Landon Jenkins is going to finish in 3rd. And we'll get 4th and 5th from Alex Tesdall whenever he has a minute.
4th, Juicy and Steven.
10-4, thank you. Don't forget to pit. And we're going to send everybody off for the final stage here at Phoenix. And because of a couple of cautions back-to-back in the 2nd stage, that stage really went by quickly. It wasn't too long for these drivers under green to try to work their way forward and maybe settle in line to where they should be running in terms of the speed that they've brought here tonight. So it'll be an interesting final stage is what I'm saying. A lot of these drivers are scattered and spread around the field, not necessarily based on the speed they have here tonight, but based on the luck of the draw and the way that the cautions have fallen. So let's sit back, relax, and grab a cold can of soda and enjoy the show here for this final stage.
I think the 51 stayed out. He took the lead on the restart.
And you're right, Sean Lucas to the lead. No pit stop for him at the end of stage 2, and you can't blame him if he pit under the caution just before the end of stage 2. He's only got 2 extra laps of time, green flag laps, on those tires. Now on NASCAR Heat 5, 2 laps is a bit of a significant difference, especially at a track like Phoenix International Raceway. The only good thing for them is the caution coming out allowed those tires to cool back down a little bit, so they won't wear as rapidly for the next 5 or 6 laps like they normally would. But he's going to lose the lead for now to Josh Colm-Diaz, and he's in a 3-wide battle for 2nd. He's going to surrender 2nd to Aaron Garcia in the 9. contact made between the 44 of Dustin Hardy and Sean Lucas in the 51. That was the side-by-side battle for 4th and 5th. We should also mention that something has happened to Connor Brown in the 39. A ton of front-end damage to him, and he is no longer up there with this group of cars. 18 drivers started this race, 16 of them left on the racetrack, and all 16 are on the lead lap with a shot to win here tonight. And whoa, a scary moment there for the driver of the 61, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. Just about took out a couple of cars while he lost control, but he gained back the control, let a few cars go, and settled in line. And that's the difference between a driver locked into the Final Four and a driver who's not. Jeffrey captured his first career Motormaster win earlier tonight at Vegas. And do we have a caution on the racetrack? We do.
Yes, we do.
And great patience shown by Jeffrey to let a few cars go. And wow, with heavy front-end damage to Timmy Brown in the 19, Alex Tesdall in the 22. I didn't see what happened here in this one, but I guarantee you our in-race reporter Alex Tesdall did. Alex, what do you got for us?
The 19 and the 54 wrecked in front of me, and I had nowhere to go.
So teammates at Juicy J Motorsports in the Toyota Supras bouncing off each other. We're getting a report, the 19 and the 54. And Alex Tesdall nowhere to go in that one. This caution saves Connor Brown in the 39 car, who had a ton of front-end damage, had lost the rest of the group, and was probably only about 10-15 laps away from falling one lap down to your race leader, Josh Colombias. So this really does help everybody out and wrap them back up. The green flag is back in the air. And how many laps to go, Alex?
46.
We got a long way to go, and I'm thinking one green flag pit stop if we go green the rest of the way, but it just simply hasn't been the theme of this race. We had no cautions at Las Vegas earlier tonight. We already have 2 here tonight at Phoenix. Now, Aiden Cody in the 16 appears to be having some connection issues, and I think that he's well aware of this. He just let the field go, and he's going to drop to the back, but that's a heartbreaker for one of our round of 8 playoff drivers. He's also got a win this season in that 16 Chevy. He's dropped outside of the top 12 and just trying to nurse a bad connection until the end of this one. How about Dustin Hardy in the 44 having a great run? He's improved so much over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and he's really shown us why he made it to the playoffs in the first place. He was eliminated in the round of 16, made the conversion recently to iRacing, and he's still continuing to finish the season strong here at NASCAR Heat 5, not only here in the MotorMaster Series on Mondays, but the Truck Series on Tuesdays. He's had a solid season in both. Just not necessarily the stats he was hoping for, but lately he's really been running strong, consistently running top 10 every week. Sometimes he doesn't get the finish he deserves when he's running top 10 all race long, but today it kind of looks like it's going to be that way, and things are going to go well for him, especially if he keeps driving as smooth as he is. He's right now running in 4th, and he seems to be getting a lot of space and using a lot of patience here, even in the final stage. Lucas, another driver who has greatly improved over the course of the season. One of our round of 8 playoff drivers, currently scored in 6th, having a good battle there with Dustin Franklin in the 07. Another one of our round of 8 playoff drivers, and they all know the pressure that they're under here. There's only 4 that can compete for the championship next week. And they want to be one of those 4 drivers. They've got to race each other for every point they can. And now slight contact between the 61 and 51. And slight contact with Sean Lucas to the outside wall. As a result, there wasn't too much space given there. Gotta believe it was a driver error on the part of Jeffrey Robinson Jr., one of the cleanest drivers we have here in NASCAR. That's Kenny Adair in the 94. Haven't talked at all about him so far during this broadcast. Our 2018 NASCAR Truck Series champion. That was back on NASCAR Heat 2. Crown Jewel race winner as well at Daytona in the Truck Series on Tuesday night. And they're all still chasing Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9. Looking for that first NASCAR MotorMaster Series win of the season. Qualified second for this race. He won both Stage 1 and Stage 2.
You said Josh Colm-Diaz in the 9. He's in the 7.
Ah, thank you, thank you. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. That is my fault. I apologize. I'm glad you caught that. 2 career wins for Josh in the 7 car in the NASCAR MotorMaster Series. Would love to make it 3 here tonight. Lock himself into the championship race at Homestead and not need to worry about the wild card style of a race we're going to have next week before the championship race at Martinsville. Now, me personally, Alex, as a driver, whenever we came to Martinsville in the round of 8, that was my huge opportunity. That was my chance to make up any points I maybe lost coming into that, or simply go on out there and get the win so the rest of the races in the round of 8 don't matter. But other drivers, they're not a big fan of Martinsville, and they look at tracks like Las Vegas or Phoenix here as an opportunity to lock themselves into the championship race. If you were a round of 8 driver still, Alex, and you didn't get eliminated in the round of 12, what track in the round of 8 would you be looking forward to the most to try to get as many points as you can and lock yourself into the Final 4?
Me personally, Las Vegas, I've always been pretty good at the 1.5 miles, and the flat tracks aren't my specialty, so Las Vegas would be the one where I'd try to score as many points as possible to try to build as much of a buffer as I can.
I'll be honest, I thought you were going to say that, and you're not alone. Other drivers would also say the exact same thing, like Trey Hollywood, I'm sure, would say the same thing. I'm sure Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and Dustin Franklin would greatly agree with you as well. I have a co-commentator here. He's a 102-pound German Shepherd. His name is Bubs. And he's watching Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7, leading this race here at Phoenix International Raceway. The battle for second is on between Aaron Garcia in the 9 and Landon Jenkins in the 10. 11 wins this season for Aaron in the 9, and for Landon in the 10, 3 wins for him. They came into the playoffs as the number 1 and number 2 seeded drivers in the playoff standings, and just behind them it is a war, folks, for 4th on back. It's led right now by Dustin Hardy in the 44, and he's got a lot of company, folks. There's a lot of guests over at his house right now. Trey Hollywood in the 92, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, Ethan Hoekstra in the 68, Sean Lucas in the 51, Connor Brown in the 39, Dustin Franklin in the 07, and Emily Sari in the 54. They're all right here inside the top 10, battling for these positions, and we have a crash on the racetrack. Ethan Hoekstra lost control and spun back up in front of traffic. Emily Sari and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. had nowhere to go, and so far we're still green. They're still wrecking over there. Alex Tesdahl got a piece of it in the 22 car. And still, somehow, miraculously, we are still green. Wow, and both down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdahl, driver of that 22 car, Novice Cup champion in 22. Yeah, what did you see there? Was it avoidable at all?
No, it was an intentional attempt at a yellow.
Really? Who did that?
68 and the 54.
Okay, thank you. And the 16 of Aiden Cody continues to have connection issues. He's still bouncing and spiking around the racetrack, and other cars are having to drive very careful and cautious around him. And now Ethan Hoekstra on the 68 comes to pit road to repair the damage, I'm assuming. I'm assuming he's hoping that this final stage continues to go green the rest of the way, and everybody else needs to make a pit stop at some point as well, and maybe can gain some of these spots back by short pitting and taking 4 tires. Alex, what do you think of pit strategy from this point forward?
Yeah, you might be able to make it. Them tires would be close, though.
How many laps to go?
29, 28 for the leader.
All right. Been a wild one here at Phoenix so far. We expected nothing less, folks. It's the third last race of the season. It's the second round of 8 playoff race here for the 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series drivers. It's a lot on the line for these drivers. Man, the 16 car of Aiden Cody just crashed Kenny Adair in the 94, and it's because of the connection issues. Timmy Brown in the 19 was also involved in that, and somehow we are still green. Battles all throughout the racetrack, but they are all still chasing the number 7 of Josh Colm-Diaz. He is your race leader here at Phoenix International Raceway. He's coming up on a couple of cars to put them one lap down that were involved in an on-track incident at some point or another in this race. Coming now to the bottom, to the inside of your 2022 Novice Cup champion, Alex Tesdall, to put him one lap down. A lot of these drivers do need a caution to catch themselves back up at this point. Landon Jenkins scored in second in the 10 car. Aaron Garcia in third in the 9. Ethan Hoekstra, Alex Tesdall, Rush Downing have all fallen one lap down to your race leader here in the final stage, and it's Kenny Adair, the 94 car, the next one in line to drop one lap down to leader Josh Colm-Diaz. We are going to take a short break from commentary here, folks. We're going to do a crank it up, allow you to turn up the volume knob and listen to the sounds of these Xfinity cars and ride on board, ride along with your favorite NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series drivers. It's the second round of 8 playoff race here in the 2023 season, round 34 of the 2023 MotorMaster. Glad you're with us. crank it back down, folks. We're going to bring you back to full commentary from here to the finish. Round 34 of the 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5. It is the second round of 8 playoff race. You're watching the battle for the lead. Landon Jenkins in the 10, Aaron Garcia in the 9, Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. We saw live green flag pit stops happening while we were taking our crank it up break. And at the end of it all, when it all cycles through, it's going to be these 3 drivers battling for the lead and for the win here at Phoenix. The good news for the driver of the 10, he has 1 or 2 lap fresher tires than the driver of the 7, Josh Colm-Diaz, who has dominated this race. Josh is going to need to overcome that difference in grip to try to counter back and take the lead back from the driver of the 10 and the driver of the 9. We'll throw it down to in-race reporter Alex Tesdall to find out how many laps are remaining and to find out if the green flag cycle of pit stops has been complete.
We got 11 laps to go, I believe. And yeah, green flag pit stops are now done with the 10s out front, and he was in the lead group.
10-4, thank you. So with 11 laps to go, coming to 10 laps to go this time by, Landon Jenkins is the leader, and he's trying to hold off Aaron Garcia. These 2 drivers have won more than any other driver that made the playoffs this year. 11 wins for Aaron in the 9, 3 wins for Landon in the 10, Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7, 2 career wins, but no wins for him here in 2023. He won Stage 1, he won Stage 2, and he's looking to pounce on both of these drivers if they get to battling. 10 laps to go here at Phoenix. We saw Aaron lose the lead in Stage 1 to Josh Colm-Diaz, and he just couldn't get it back. He couldn't recover, and then eventually he lost second to Landon Jenkins in Stage 2. And here in the final stage, this is what it looks like. I'm sure adjustments have been made to these cars during the pit stops. Even with the 2 laps of older tires, the 7 of Josh Colm-Diaz gets a great run on these drivers at times, especially coming out of turn 2. It's his favorite track. He's always got a top 3 car when he comes here, especially in the MotorMaster Series. There's just something about these Xfinity cars in Phoenix that he really enjoys and really thrives on. And he's right there knocking on the door of his first win of the season. And now to the inside goes Aaron Garcia in the 9 car. He got a good run. And he's door handle with the 10. Now almost clear of the 10. And he does slide up in front of Landon Jenkins now as they come out of turn 4. But the crossover move textbookly applied there by Landon Jenkins in the 10. And he's going to look to take this lead back with 8 to go. Everyone can make it from here to the end of the race on fuel and tires. They have all completed the pit stop under green, and they came up on a couple of cars that are a lap down. Emily Sari and Rush Downing. They didn't do anything wrong, but I don't know if they knew exactly what line they were going to take, and it kind of surprised Aaron when he got there. He almost gave the lead back to Landon Jenkins. As a result, Josh Colm-Diaz is running way up near the outside wall entering these corners. He gets such a run coming out of the corners. I haven't seen anybody use a line like that all day long, and he just gave a shot to the side of the 10 of Landon Jenkins. Exactly what Aaron Garcia in the 9 car needed. He wants them to keep battling like this for second and perhaps drive away. Now he's kind of trapped behind the lapped car of Timmy Brown. Timmy's going to go way down to the inside line and give all of these drivers some room. Aaron Garcia tried to go low to break the draft a little bit with Josh and Landon, and we got a crash behind them. I heard it. I didn't see it. And I believe it involved...
That's a yellow.
Wow, Timmy Brown in the 19. I think he spun by himself. I think he got down on the apron or something. I'm not sure because I didn't see it. And I could hear the crashing sounds of a car slamming the wall several times. And the caution is out for Timmy Brown in the 19 car. Heavy front end damage to that Juicy J Motorsports Toyota. Former Brickyard 200 winner here in the MotorMaster Series. at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That was back in 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2. Conquered me on a final restart with 3 laps to go. And this is going to be interesting, Alex, because if I had to take a guess, we're going to have only about 3 or 4 laps to go here in this race. Dustin Hardy must have taken 2 tires on his pit stop or something, because he's going to restart as the leader. Aiden Cody is going to
2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. Aiden Cody restarting on the outside of the front row with those connection issues. This could get crazy and not in a good way. Oh, and the drivers with the fresh tires are trapped in behind the drivers with the old tires. Aaron Garcia just got hit into the inside wall by Dustin Hardy in the 44. Aiden Cody takes the lead for now in the 16. They're all riding each other up into the outside wall, coming out of 3 and 4. The white flag has been shown now. It's going to be a wild finish, I guarantee it.
Oh, they're wrecking.
And if a caution comes out,
and
the race,
it's over.
It's over. And Aiden Cody in the 16 car is going to win here at Phoenix Raceway to lock himself into the Final 4. Landon Jenkins is going to finish second in the 10 car. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 finishes third. Connor Brown in the 39 is going to finish 4th. And Trey Hollywood, I believe, is going to round out the top 5. Things will be discussed after this race. That is for sure. There are drivers protesting the connection issues the driver of the 16 car was having. Hopefully you got photos of the results, Alex. That wrapped up quickly there.
I got it.
Good, good. And the official race results will be available at NOSSCAR.com/motormaster later tonight. For now, unofficially, Aiden Cody in the 16 captures his 2nd career win in the MotorMaster Series, 2nd win of the season, and locks himself into the Final 4. But bear in mind, folks, this is all unofficial as of right now due to the connection issues and things like this by the 16 car. We're going to get to the bottom of this before the end of the night. We would like to thank everybody for tuning in and joining us here for tonight's round of 8 playoff action for the 6th annual NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. I'm NASCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder. Our in-race reporter was the 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdall. And from all of us here at NASCAR, we are saying so long, and until next time, stay fast, folks.